Guys, have you ever thought about how to make French toast and what's the best way of doing it? Well, after travelling a bit myself and having a passion for cooking and food, I've always found it quite interesting how one side of the world in the US, they do French toast, totally different way to how we do things here in the UK. And I would love to hear from anybody else all over the world how they would make French toast if this is something they make. Now, I like my French toast to be savoury, but what I'm going to do today is show you how to make both a savoury option as well as a sweet option. Now, in the UK, we call it eggs, and a mix of eggs or even a wee splash of milk when it comes to actually making the sauce to dipping in the bread to giving you the best French toast. But funny enough, in America, they call it custard. And I think the reason for that is they'll either put together like eggs or cream or milk, even adding in cinnamon or vanilla, etc. for that sweet flavour. So there is definitely a difference when it comes to both America and also the UK when making French toast. So this video is going to be a short one on episode 3, and I'm just going to talk to you through some of the ingredients I'm going to use for today. So what I always buy is organic eggs when it comes to French toast. I just feel the taste is better. Not everybody agrees with that, but I do. I also go for a great staple in the UK, which is Warburton's bread, medium slice. I love a good Scottish piece of Simon Howie's bacon. These little bad boys are really great on top of a nice lovely French toast. And finally, we've got here, I'll not tip them forward, but we've got here some black blueberries and also a couple of strawberries left over from yesterday's meal. Now, to add that American twist, I also have here a little bottle of maple syrup. And that'll give you the final touch to the sweetness of how I'm going to make some of this French toast today. So what I'll do is in this video, I'll showcase to you how you can make beautiful French toast. I tend to go for French toast to be made slightly more well done. That's the way I prefer it. And on this video today, that's how I'm going to cook it. Everybody's different. If you want your French toast to be less cooked, then it's entirely up to you. Just make sure that when you're going through the cooking process, you've got a good heat before adding the bread to the pan, and just make sure you keep an eye on it and you watch it. And it's very important to tap it down as well at the very end so you're removing any excess oils. Now, normally I would use olive oil when it comes to French toast or extra virgin olive oil, but today I'm going to make a slight change and go for sunflower oil just to see what the outcome will be for myself. So I hope you find this video interesting, and let's get right into it. So guys, we like to start off with 2 items that are very useful here. You have your whisk and also a nice big bowl for mixing in your eggs. Now, a lot of people choose to put in some milk with their eggs, but for me, I just like to make sure it's all eggs. I'm a big believer that if you've got good quality products, then the product takes care of everything itself. So for this occasion, I'm mixing 6 eggs, 6 organic eggs that is, where you can buy in any supermarket or your local farmer's market, whatever. 2 magic ingredients when it comes to whisking your eggs. Some pepper, yeah, and be generous. This could be around about a teaspoon or a tablespoon, and make sure you've got a good splash of salt, okay? And then from there, it's quite simple, guys. Just whisk your eggs. So around about 30 seconds, nice and fluffy, and they'll be good to go. I crack on with the bacon, so see you there, thanks. So guys, just before we start with the bacon, just make sure you've got a nice dollop of sunflower oil or olive oil or extra virgin oil, whatever you prefer. And as I said, we're going to use this bacon, which is the Simon Howie's streaky back bacon. And very simply, guys, just toss this into the pan. So guys, as you can see here, the bacon is truly well on its way. Now again, this is down to taste and preference. If you like your streaky bacon well cooked, then keep it on for around about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe slightly longer. If you want it less cooked, then maybe go for between 5 to 7 minutes. But as you probably noticed, whilst this has been cooking, it's been on a medium-high heat. So for me, that's perfect. That's the way I enjoy it. Before we get right into the main show, which is the French toast. Guys, we're now going to start the French toast. So be generous with the sunflower oil or whatever oil you'll be using. And what I tend to do as well before I start dipping my bread in the egg, which is here, I'll give it a further mix just to make sure it's nice and fluffy. Okay, and what I've done here as well, I've put all the bacon to the side, as you can see. It's now just rinsing off the oil on the napkins, so we'll leave that to the side. So I'm really happy with that whisked egg. It's all nice and fluffy. It's been seasoned well and it's ready to go. Sees on this video, just to show you the difference between savoury French toast and also sweet. Okay, listen to that sizzle, that's amazing. Here we go, guys. Bread into the egg. Yep, nice generous amount. Make sure everything's covered. Lovely. And then in there. And a nice sizzle off the pan. What I always do, after always touching the eggy bread, always wash my hands straight afterwards, just so there's no contamination. So that's a good tip. Want to keep yourself okay. And whilst your French toast is cooking away, you can set your table. Because you tend to have maybe a wife, a husband, or a friend that's just sitting chilling out and they can't be arsed. So guys, what you can see here when you're turning the French toast, it's always good that if you have a fish slice, you can just do a few dabbles of the bread and then flick the oil into that so everything is cooked inside the bread as well, which is leaving you with perfection. Yep, and you can see that that's coming along quite nicely. Let's turn it again. Oh, look at that, guys. Nice golden colour. Absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And make sure that when you're using some napkins, you do it on a wooden board or a plate so that you don't upset anybody, which is great. Right, and you can see there, guys, this is coming along quite nicely. And what I will do from this point forward, I'll just make sure the middle of this bread here is cooking properly. You can see that all bubbling, which is lovely. And I think this is just about ready, which is great. So what I'm going to do for the benefit of the video, I'll just take this off the hob. And if you could, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please do me a huge, huge favour. Please like and subscribe because your support helps. And it gives me the encouragement to keep these videos going. Look at that. Beautiful, golden and brown. Just the way your mama likes it. Look at that. Beautiful. So I'll take this off the hob just now for safety reasons. Just leave that to the side, switch your hob off. And with your bread, make sure you pat it down properly. Okay guys, so after that cooking process, we now have our plating up opportunity. And I'm going to show you how you can make this really nice for any friends or family or husbands and wives that you're making this dish for. So we've got our cooked bacon, as you can see here, nice and crispy, just the way I like it. We've got a beautiful golden brown French bread, and that's just been made with the egg and also the salt and pepper in there, and our blueberries and strawberries. Now watch this, guys, here we go. So I'm going to go for the American version first, okay? So we'll take 2 pieces of our French toast, plate them up quite nicely, put some blueberries on one side, and put some bacon on the other side, or you can just sprinkle this about, and a wee strawberry to the side as well. And what we're going to do, guys, we're going to take this plate and we're going to put in some maple syrup, which will just go over it like this. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oof. Wow, here we go. I just want to show you a close-up, guys, of this dish. Look at this, look at this. How beautiful does that look? Now that there is our American friends French toast. Absolutely beautiful. And guys, take two, this is the British version. Now, normally how I would have it is 2 slices of French toast, which I've done in just the eggs, and some bacon. That is all. But what I'm going to do, because I feel like a wee reward for all this cooking today, I'm going to add some blueberries. There we are. And what I'll do, I'll just have it as is. I'm not going to add any maple syrup to this. I'd like to see this on a close-up. And I'd be delighted to hear what you think is the best plate. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful French toast dish. UK style. So, a question that I have for you guys is, how do you make your French toast? What plate did you prefer on this video? And if you put either plate 1 or plate 2 in the comments box, I'd really appreciate that. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, as it helps me make some great more videos like this to showcase to you and to help you learn how to cook from simple recipes to more challenging ones. Okay, have a great day guys, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.